Hello folks, and welcome here once again to Divine Fine Motors, and thank you so very much for being here. God bless you and your family, and I mean that. And I hope this video comes out great. I'm using a new camera. Actually, I'm using my iPhone because I want you to see how brilliant this absolutely gorgeous. This is a 2003 or a 2002 Bourget retro chopper, guys and girls, with a big bulletproof awesome 113 cubic inch show polished S&S motor, the super nice high-tech big 4-inch belt drive that is just one of the coolest I have ever seen in my life. I put one on my chopper I built, and it cost me $45,000 back in 2003. And I didn't have that cool support bearing, no. Didn't have that much money. But anyway, folks, this is truly one of the nicest, best looking, absolute brand new choppers, motorcycles, anything that I have ever had the privilege to sell. Now, this bike only has 888 original, accurate miles on it. Matter of fact, the title is actual miles. It's not been exempt. A lot of motorcycles that are over 10 years old, or a lot of motorcycles and cars, they exempt the miles on them. But this is an actual mile bike, and the owner of this motorcycle, his name is Walter F. Scott, and I got that off of his title. The miles on the title shows 554 actual miles when he titled it, and he's a pretty big shot fella. You can Google him, Walter F. Scott, multi-millionaire, has a couple of homes, one up in Massachusetts and a big old nice multi-million-dollar home down here in St. Pete, Florida. But it looks like he might have bought this bike to put in his house somewhere. Maybe he had it in his man cave just to park it and look at it, because again, this bike is absolutely flawless. There is not a nick, a scratch, a ding, a dent, a mark on this motorcycle anywhere. All of this high quality polish, show polished aluminum on it is perfection. There's not a watermark on nothing. This also has the big upgraded chain drive system. Chain drive on the rear, chain drive on your jack shaft there. The 4-inch belt drive is huge. It has compression releases built in. It has the world famous Dino's hand painted on paint job. Under the seat, I have you a picture of under that seat, is perfection. The tires are no dry rot, no cracks whatsoever. They might be newer tires, I'm not sure. But this motorcycle, folks, is amazing. Has the nice Bourget 6-piston, not 4-piston or 2, 6-piston calipers. Has the nice big Jim's 5-speed transmission. Same transmission I put on my chopper when I built it in 2002. It has all the nice Bourget accessories, that's one of the greatest things about Bourget. Roger Bourget, folks, is one of the greatest motorcycles builders of our time period. There's really nobody that comes close to him. I mean, there's some great bike builders, don't get me wrong, and I've been messing with choppers since I was 21 years old, and I'm 58 years old now. But Roger Bourget was a genius. You know, he worked for the Sea Ray Boat Company, and one of the engineers there got to talking with him, and they saw the brightness of him, his genius, and they got together and formed Bourget Bike Works, which is still in business. Bridget Bourget, his first wife, ex-wife now, they still run the company. You can get any one of these parts on this motorcycle. They still manufacture, they still make, and they still sell brand new motorcycles. Roger Bourget now, he works in the trike. He's got these 3-wheeler things. But do you see how nice all this beautiful polished aluminum? And guys, Let me tell you something, if you're gonna have a chopper and you're gonna keep it for a long time, polished aluminum is the way to go. It's just never gonna rust on you. It's never gonna pit up on you, and you can always take it and polish it and make it look just like it does. He has, without a doubt, the coolest springers. He's got the coolest choppers made, period. That right there, folks, is what you want your chopper to look at. That is a classic, perfect chopper. I mean, I built one when I was 22 years old, and this is just the coolest bike you'll ever see. And for the money you're going to be able to make it. Now, this guy told the gentleman that he paid, I think he said $70-some thousand for it. And I don't doubt it. I remember Roger Bourget building these things. I couldn't have him to build mine because they were just way too expensive. But there's a reason why they were so much. It's just the way they're made. This bike is just incredibly made. I had a mechanic one time tell me, he said, Jack, out of all the choppers built, he said, you cannot beat the Bourgets. He said, one of the greatest things about them is their frame. He said, you can put a diesel engine on that frame. He said, they are so strong, it is just amazing. And I just want you to see how beautifully this bike is. The condition of it is just amazing. This thing should be in a museum somewhere. And if I don't keep it, please, if you buy it, take good care of it, because it is spectacular. I'm talking about under that seat, everywhere. It's just amazing. There's just no imperfections on it at all. A little bit of rash underneath the frame, which is very common on choppers. I'm talking about underneath it. But there's not a chip, a nick, anywhere on anything. And I'm gonna get down here and let you look in this thing and see. It's just amazing. Just one of the nicest bikes I have ever had the privilege of to own. And all of y'all know, I don't even own a motorcycle. I sell everything that I get. And my wife just came in our office this morning and said, honey, you ought to keep that motorcycle. So I am very tempted. I'll never get a chance to own anything like this for this amount of money again. You can see underneath it, as I said, the frame is just perfection. I mean, you can see down through there. It just looks great. Look, can you see that? Underneath all that motor, it's just all spotless. No leaks, no issues. It runs and rides and drives just like it did brand spanking new. Again, just a little bit of rash there. You can see it. Not much, and it does not take away from the bike whatsoever. For heaven's sakes, it's on the bottom of it. But everything on this motorcycle, guys and girls, is just perfect. Can you see up under those trees? Not a mark on anything. That tank, folks, let me tell you something about that tank. I hope you can see this, man. I'm taking a lot of time here so you can see what you're looking at. That tank is all built in to that frame. A lot of times on your choppers, and it happened on mine, and I bought one for $45,000. I took a home equity out on my house, but my tank started leaking. It shook, tab broke loose. This is all welded into this frame. This is all welded in. The tank is a part of the frame, guys and girls. And Bourget was a genius. He knows how to build them. A lot of guys don't know how to put a gasoline filler into the tank, and you always get bubbles up around the paint, around the clear coat. You can see that's professional. Harley Davidson can't do it no better. That is the way it's done. But again, folks, the painting is perfection. This bike is perfection. It's done by the world famous Dinos. He's also got a signature underneath this seat. Everything under the seat is perfect. You can see it's got the big Bourget Bike Works symbol. Look at that. And the detail on this painting will just blow you away. I love the blue on it. The colors are amazing, but the craftsmanship of this quality of paint is just awesome. Again, the bike only has 888 miles on it. It'll pop up there. There you go. And it runs and rides and drives perfection. This old belt drive on here, man, sounds like a big blower winding out. It's just amazing. I took it out last night for a ride and took it around the block. Opened it up a little bit, but just an amazing bike. You know, he has the patent for the oil goes in the frame that allowed him to set that seat down. This thing sits just right down with you, buddy. It's just amazing, amazing motorcycle. You'll never, ever, ever get a chance to have one this nice. This has got to be one of the top 5 in the country, in the world left. And they only made so many of them. They don't make this no more. And my goodness, what a beautiful, beautiful bike. If I don't keep it, please, please take good care of it. Okay? I'm gonna go ahead and fire it up for you. I dropped the camera last night when I did this, when I was taking my pictures, so bear with me. And this thing starts first time, every time, like clockwork. I'm gonna pull this choke up. It's got the big, great S&S G carburetor on it to give it a little fuel here. And bear with me here, okay? I'll put that right there. This thing. Idle's great, runs great, starts great. I mean, it's an amazing bike, guys and girls. Also has compression releases in it. Go. Give me a call, man. God bless you. Congratulations on finding it. Now I can help you get this bike shipped anywhere in the country. The last Bourget I had, a guy come in here from Montana. His wife flew in from Montana, and they rode that baby all the way back. And you can ride this one all the way back. Give me a call, and no, it's not going to cost you $22,000 or $20,000 or $19,000 or $18,000. It's worth $25,000 all day long. Go to your regular bike builder and tell him you want one just like it, and see what he says is going to build it. And this is Roger Bourget's, boys and girls. This is a classic. Thank you. God bless you. And I'm sorry I took so long, but it's a long bike. Bye-bye. Love you guys and girls. Be nice to one another, and congratulations on your divine find.